It's Thursday night. Welcome everybody. Tony, it's Greg filling in for Tom. Maybe we'll see Tom.
What's up, Toad?
We'll see Tom. Here's the thing, Greg. I don't think I've ever shared a stage with you, brother. Ever.
Yeah, I think this is the first. Yep.
It's like the inaugural edition. Right here.
Popping some cherries. Popping some cherries right before the big man comes down the chimney.
Yeah, exactly. I'm getting ready, brother. I'm getting ready. Listen, welcome to everybody. Philly Sports Unfiltered right here. As we just said, I'm Tony. This is Greg. Maybe we'll have Tom checking in. A lot of different things to talk about tonight, but the most important thing is the poll question. As always, the Phillies moves are smarter than they look. Do you agree or disagree? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe. You know the deal. Wherever you're watching, make sure you like and subscribe as well, and get involved to all the great content right here at A2D. Let me just start off by saying one thing, man. We got a lot of different topics to talk about tonight, but we kind of, Greg, you guys do so much Eagles talk, and like me and Tom talk about that. So on Thursday nights, not to say we don't talk Eagles, but we try to change the conversation a little bit.
I love it.
And I'm a really big baseball guy, and I live for Major League Baseball. And right now, man, and I know I think me and you are going to battle a little bit on this, so I'm gonna throw it right to you real fast and talk about, because there's a lot of different things. You just saw the Phillies sign Brad Keller. I think it's a great move. Maybe it makes us feel a little better, but I really want to hear, because I haven't even talked to Adolis Garcia. So I want to get your take. Like, what's your feeling on Garcia right now?
So Garcia, I like the Garcia signing, right? But we also have to realize what it is. At this point in his career, is essentially just a Cuban Nick Castellanos, right? He's going to be a little bit better, and he's going to be a little bit better defensively, but he's still going to strike out 200 times. Now, can he provide 25 home runs playing a little bit of a smaller ballpark than what Globe Life Field there in Texas, right? That's where you hope that you catch lightning in a bottle. You hope you catch lightning in a bottle of giving him Kevin Long to work with. Right, with a new philosophy and just a new voice of hitting. Because the last we saw, he was good. He was one of the damn best players on the field in that World Series run. He had the CS MVP, and obviously Seager was a monster in the World Series, and he was just as big of a monster there. So in a bubble, I like the Garcia signing. Where I start to question the Phillies, and to this poll question, is what's next? What's next? Yep. So I want to agree, but as of right now, I can't see it. So I'm going to disagree to the poll, because if you're rolling out there with this outfield opening day against the Rangers, Houston, we have problems because our outfield isn't very good. It could be, but on paper, it's not very good. Now, where I will give them a lot of credit, my last thing, Tone, where I will give them a lot of credit is I love what they are doing in that bullpen. You talked about the Brad Keller signing. When you sit there and you roll Duran, Alvarado, Strom until he's traded, Kerkering, now Keller, and the other lefty, Banks, right? Banks had a really good year last year. Yeah, he ultimately might have been outside of Strom. He probably is the guy you should have went to in that game Strom blew in the playoffs there, when he came in with runners on base. He probably should have gone to Banks, in my opinion. But I really like what they're doing with their bullpen. But that outfield, to me, really worries me with the rest of the money that they have spent around.
I'm with you. I'm with you, man. But I will say this until we bring Mr. No Notes in here for a second. But I think we're underplaying the Garcia move a little bit. And for what you just said, now, I get it. He's going to strike out 180 to 190 times. But here's the thing about Garcia, what you just said. I mean, listen, if you just strip everything down, 31, 27, 39. That's his home run totals in 3 years of 21, 22, 23. You're talking 90, a $101, and a $107 in his RBIs. I mean, this dude was an absolute monster. And the underrated thing is he doesn't miss games. Until last year was the first time he missed double-digit games in a year, a couple IL stints. So like you said, Greg, if he can just change the scenery, because I've read about him, he's not a bad guy. He's
Yep.
he's a good clubhouse guy, right? I mean, he kind of fits the mold. So I think, to your point, what we're saying is like if we go in with the Justin Crawford center field unproven with the Dallas Garcia in right, and then you have the platoon of Brandon Marsh and I keep saying it, and Tom, I know you're gonna smile. I want to hear you. The championship ship that Dombro keeps saying is okay. I'm not feeling too good about that, brother. I'm not. Yo, Tom, what's up, buddy?
What's up, boys?
What up, dude?
How's that voice, man? You all right?
Yeah, we're here. You know what I mean? It's working its way here. It's just a matter of time when 3 other people are rocking and rolling. You can just start to feel it. You know what I mean? I can feel it in the air. You know what I mean?
It's the school vibe, and the kids go to school, they bring home the germs, dude. It's never ending.
Never ending.
Brad checking in, say Keller and Garcia both good sign. To bring it back to the bullpen. This is something that Rob Thompson loves to use, whether we like it or not. Right? He just loves the bullpen. I'm not a strong guy. I'm not a match. I feel like every time he comes, he disappoints. He always gives up a hit. He always gives up something, whether he gets out of it or not. And I think that if they can kind of retool that a little bit, I didn't realize how good Keller was. It just makes me think, what the hell are the Cubs doing? Why do you let this guy go, man? Like I saw something earlier on his velo that it's like consistently going up from like 90 to 92, 93, 95, 97. Now, can he sustain? The only thing that's weird to me was I saw a couple. I don't know if you guys know what this is about because I don't really study it, but they said, if I kept saying if he stays in the bullpen. Like, what do you mean if he stay? Does he have starter potential, Greg? Is that?
No, he doesn't. I think that's why the Cubs moved to the bullpen. He came out as a starter, or he had time as a starter, and then they revamped him to bullpen, and that's where he became lights out. So I think whatever you might have heard about him having starter potential, or if he stays in the bullpen, more or less has to deal with he's started in the past, but where his numbers took off and where he became a monster is naturally when they got him in the bullpen and they just let him rock and roll 1 inning, and you could just come in firing bullets.
Interesting, because that's hey Tom, I ask you this because I was talking about this the other night. I forget who I was talking to him about, but actually when my son was cutting somebody's hair, he was in a barber chair. We have a little barbershop talk going, and we talked about the starting rotation. And I said I'm actually a little scared. And like, what do you mean you're scared? I said, well, look, let's play it out, right? You do have a question mark in your ace in Zach Wheeler. We can't say it's not. We just don't know. I mean, it's going to come back and pitch, probably, right? But that thoracic syndrome, which Keller had too, by the way, which is an underlining note. So it seems interesting that he had it. He came back strong, and they talked about maybe he could be like a somebody to bounce things off of, right? But right, exactly. But Tom, looking at it, do I have real concern? Because I look at Nola as obviously a concern that we signed Nola to the money that we probably should have paid Ranger. So Ranger's gone, right? You still have a question mark in Painter. Sanchez, I think, is the only guy that I'm like, I'm good. Everybody else has some questions, don't they?
And Luzardo pitched really well.
But but what I'm saying though is I love Luzardo. However, can he continue that? It's a small sample size. So I just think that we can't go in and just say, oh, we're just going to have most dominant pitching in Major League Baseball again. I just don't think it's that easy.
Yeah. Well, first off, let's start with that question. They're good. They're good. Is there concerns in it? Sure. I think if Aaron Nola is healthy, he'll be better than he was in like spurts.
I hope so.
I think consistency will be better in today's day with the way he pitches. He's built the pitch so he's 38, 40. He's just one of those guys. He's built for the longevity. He can never beat you with heat. He never had to beat you with heat. He had to beat you with other stuff. So that might be like the smart deal. And then all of a sudden he gets hurt, where he's really never been hurt. So that's the Nola piece to all of it. So I'll trust in the trends of Nola being a healthy guy and giving you quality starts than to just say, hey, I'll asterisk last year. I'll trust it. Luzardo, like Tony said, you got to duplicate it for me. You know what I mean? I listen, you duplicate what you did last year, we're on to something. Painter, I mean, we don't know. Does big league juices get you going more? We're going to find out. And this is why you got to bring guys up so we can find out. And if you don't bring them up, trade him for Ketel Marte. Then when you talk about Sanchez, I'm not worried about him unless you're just talking about health, right? When you talk about any pitcher.
Right.
And Wheeler, I'm not worried about either, honestly. I'm not. Modern medicine 2026 is coming up. He'll be good. He'll be good. So you have some concerns, though. Like, I'm not like sitting here saying like none of those guys are concerns. Yeah, guys coming off a blood clot, right? It's a little bit of a concern on how he bounces back. When does he come back? So yeah, I mean, again, when you talk about pitching, it's almost like football in a way. Like the healthiest team, right? The healthiest staff. The healthiest staff might go to the deepest. And we weren't the healthiest staff last year, if you really think about it. When you talk about losing your ace.
No, that's true. That's true. Brad talks about switching a little bit, says we're waiting on JT Realmuto to resign. Phillies made him offer. I don't know why they're waiting so long for an answer. Brad, very simple. Third year, right? They're just, this is.
Well, he's not getting it anywhere else.
Right.
He's not getting anywhere
else.
They're
waiting though. They're waiting it out.
Yeah, there's nobody else out there. So it's like, hey.
That's the thing. There's no one else right now.
Go run around. But to the poll, I think the little moves are smarter than they may look. I mean, I like Garcia. I've always liked Garcia. Last 2 years a little bit down, but can he give you 25, 30 again? I think he can. I definitely think he can. Now you don't expect him about 280. He's going to bat 240, 245 if you get him on a good year. And can you get the RBI production like Tony said? Can you get the 80 to 100 mark? Right. Hey, give me 80 to 100 and if somebody's got a problem and he gives you a better glove. He's a way better glove, way better outfielder, and a winner. I mean, he won. So whatever we want to say, and he was a big part of them winning. So I like getting guys who won World Series. I think that's fun. And I think when you can have guys who know what it takes to win, and are a little bit looser in those situations, maybe he has a bounce back year. In the pen, we're loaded back there, man.
We are
locked and loaded.
We are
ready. I mean, we're throwing bullets from the 6 on. Like they started out in the 5th, and we're like, I mean, that's how confident I am. You win. Listen, you win by pitching. But yeah, I think they're a little bit smarter than they look because you add Justin Crawford into it. It gives you a little bit more excitement. And you guys were talking about the outfield. I mean, I like Brandon Marsh. I think Topper's the guy who made him not be able to play every day. I don't think it's a problem if Brandon Marsh can play every day. I think if you let Brandon Marsh go play, you probably get a guy who's going to bat you 265, 270. So, and he's going to drive you 20, 25, 50. Let's just say 18 to 25, maybe, right? But 15 if he's playing every day, right? Let's say 15 to 25. Okay, where are you going to go get that production at right now? And I get it; they're going to platoon it, and Crawford's a contact guy, so he sort of makes up for Garcia striking out 1,000 times and the rest of this lineup. But they're a move or two away from me being good. I don't know where you guys stand. They're a move or two away.
What do you think, Greg?
I completely agree with you. My problem is Dombo coming out and say we're done.
Well,
essentially,
is that poker face? Is
that December 18th saying we're done in the outfield? This is what we're rolling out. Because you're right, Tommy. Like, I want to give Crawford a shot, but are we gonna put too much pressure on a 21-year-old rookie?
No, we got him at 9-hole.
Well, yeah, but no one else in that outfield can hit, right? Like on paper, in theory, right? Because we're platooning Marsh.
I wouldn't worry about the outfield. To your point, Greg, like you're right on. You guys are thinking about the outfield. I'm thinking about. I got 2 spots in the infield then, or at least one that I got to fill. I got to fill third base.
Yeah.
Are we trying to do it different? Because again, we're trying to do it different. Trade Stott, trade Painter, boom, trade him to Arizona, get Marte, and then boom, go get Bregman for third. And maybe he's playing a little poker face.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
Because they can't be done. They can't be done.
Because Bader's still out there. Bellinger's still out there. Tucker's still out there. And again, 2 weeks
do nothing for us. Right?
2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I'm with you, Tommy. Like, all right, we can move on for those guys. But You sign Garcia, and then you're like, yeah, our outfield's done. We're good. Huh? I got a little bit more I need to be done.
I don't know why you guys are surprised, man. I don't think it's a poker phase. I think I've been saying this all along. I think that there is a self-imposed cap by John Middleton.
I don't think you're 100%. They don't want to go over that third Abram.
Right.
They don't want to go over it.
He's saying, and same thing I would be saying, like, bro, how much money you want me to give you? Like, you told me you wanted Turner, I gave you Turner. You wanted Harper, I gave you Harper. You wanted, I gave you Nola. I'm paying Schwarbs. Like, what else do you want me to do? If these guys can't win, they can't win, but I'm not going over that. So the only way that they're going to do something else is if they can move other pieces. That's it. And I don't know if they can do that. I really don't. It's crazy.
And that's what makes this.
Does Alec Bohm need to be traded?
Well, you're not going to pay him after the year.
So what?
No, I get you. So it's just you just let him walk and you lose him for nothing.
Okay, or you can try to trade him. I'm just saying you play a guy on a contract here, maybe you get the best year out of him. I don't know, right? Yeah. What are you going to get back for him? Like, what are we really going to get back on a guy on a contract here?
What
are you getting back?
Move him now, man.
Unless
there's some bad vibes with the team with him.
Well, they need to move him in, Nick. But my point is they got to move. We got to move two guys. So I just don't know how they move it, and that's where you got to get some stuff back. Like, you got to hope you can get it. I mean, you're not going to get much back. I don't know. They're in a tough spot.
That's where Dombrowski here in his Philadelphia tenure has been strange because he hasn't been creative. He hasn't been the blow up guy that he has been everywhere else. And shockingly, we haven't won. Right? We won a lot of games, but we haven't gotten over the hump. At some point, he's a master of blowing up farm systems. And to a point, I'm glad he hasn't done it here because our major league team has been we thought so close to that prize, and we were. But at some point, and I think it's this all season, you got to start moving and shaking. Get creative. Make some trades to both your guys' point. We're not just going to go give out massive contracts anymore. Now that Schwarber's done and JT's on the table, right? JT's the last thing that they're probably waiting on to see what they're going to do next. But go make a trade, whether it's for Marte or make a trade for one of the young catchers that might be available. You lost out on Harry Ford, but there's other guys out there that are major league ready that could be had, but you got to get creative. And maybe that is including a Painter or a Miller or a Crawford at this point. I don't know, but Dombro seems to be off his game right now because there's zero creativity.
Why do you think that, Greg? Like, what? Honestly, I'm gonna put this nugget out there. What I just said, because I still think that he knows there's a self-imposed cap and he needs those players to fill the roster because he can't spend more money, right? Because he's done it everywhere. He's never held on to prospects, ever. Now all of a sudden he's talking a different game. Oh, we like our young guy. Since when, Don, bro? Like, you've never held on to anybody. Like, I don't. And you know what? I want to ask you guys something on top of the talk about young guys. You mentioned them. And it's the kind of stuff that pisses me off when I listen to whatever, whether it be podcasts or radio or see it on Twitter. We clamored for Justin Crawford. We want Justin Crawford. Now he's essentially going to be your guy. And now all of a sudden, there's all these questions. Well, his ground ball rate's terrible. Do we really sure he's going to be able to play? Dude, what the hell do we want? Like, what is wrong with people? It's like, we want it, and then as soon as we got to figure out a way to say, oh, no, it ain't good enough again. So
same thing with Painter.
That's what I don't understand. I'm excited for this kid, but for some reason, I don't know where all these questions are coming from.
I'm excited for Painter, too. I'm excited for both of them, right? It's time. And this maybe I get excited and here we go. But maybe it's maybe Dombo did it differently because he wanted to keep a job. And what I mean by that is build by spending money, but also build a system while you spent money and have those guys come up and be a part of a nucleus and continue something, right? And maybe that. Now, what's the chances that both Painter and Crawford pan out? Yeah, I mean, probably not high.
I don't know, man. I got good vibes. I do. I mean, I got really good
We,
vibes.
we,
from Crawford.
the way we're going, we better hope they both pan out, right?
Well,
I
the
know,
fact that
you're right.
they never moved them tells you that they believe in them,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that's how I look
Yeah.
at it too. Like like Tony said, they moved. He's moved and shaked everywhere he's been. We know that, and here he's not. Maybe there's a couple guys he just won't do that with. Like he's been hell bent on not trading those guys for a while now.
Dwayne says they're not paying Bregman money. No, they can pay Bregman if they move Bowman Strom. I mean, if they can maneuver money around, if they and listen, it could be an option. I'll say this, guys. What do you think about this? I think they're waiting, and I want to butcher this dude's name, but I think they're waiting on a Japanese pitcher. I think they're waiting to see how that all falls out before they do anything else. Is that his name? Yeah, I forget. Yeah, I don't want to.
One?
Yeah.
I've even thought that with the Moritawa, the corner infielder. I know a lot of people came out and debunked and why he's not, but his posting is up, I believe, on the 21st. So he's either got to sign by the 21st or he's got to go back.
Okay.
And I almost feel like the scouting reports are what they are, right? Like whether he can hit high velocity, whether he can hit fastballs, and his strikeout rate did go up. But at the same time, if you're a Phillies market, you're Philadelphia, you're the Philadelphia market with TV and sports, you got to dip your toe into that pond sooner or later.
They're trying.
You got to dip your toe. So if you got to go, even if it's a short year, 2-3 year deal with him, just to get that pool,
Oh yeah.
that train rolling in this direction, and then maybe, like you said, the pitcher, because they have been on all these guys. They offered Yamamoto the most money.
Yeah.
It's just they haven't been able to pull it. So you got to start that. You got to start that train through Philadelphia, and maybe it's him. Maybe it's him at a smaller, cheaper deal than anyone ever expected because his value or his stock has gone down once all these scouting reports started coming out.
I could see it.
Yeah, I mean, I would like either or. I would prefer the arm.
Yeah, definitely.
But they come over here and they got 85 pitches they throw. So I'm all up for that. The forkball riser, like it's not even a thing. Like how'd you learn how to do a ball that goes down then up?
I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Not at all. Bron says I like Keller in the 8th. Set up Duran next year. Like Tom said, Brian. I mean that the bullpen's packed, right? Especially the back end of the bullpen. And Greg, you talked about. I was riding Tanner Banks. I was like, this dude's such an old school soul. He just comes in, gets it done with that 87-mile-an-hour corner slider. Like nobody can hit, man. Like I love it.
Yeah, he was awesome with inherited runners. He was really good with inherited runners, and it was the odd, not odd because it's topper, right? But it was just odd the way it was used in the.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Come on, Tom. You know what I mean? Brad says Castellanos needs to go. Listen, I could do a whole show on Castellanos. I don't want to get into it because I've been over and I'm tired of arguing with people that just won't want to give this dude his flowers. I'm not saying he's got to go, or I'm not saying he doesn't have to go. I think the marriage is over. I think he's become the scapegoat. I think the Phillies are doing him dirty. I really do. I think he gave you more than what maybe you thought he would give you for a small sample size. And the last thing I will say for everybody hating on Castellanos, please remember something. He took spot from Bryce Harper when he didn't have to, meaning, this dude didn't come here to play right field. People forget about that. He did not sign here to be a right fielder. So all these people are burying on his defense stinks. Dude, he wasn't signed to be a right fielder. He went in there out of necessity. So whatever. I don't even want to get into it. I really don't, because that's it. Let's switch gears, guys. What about let's talk a little Sixers, man. Let's talk a little Sixers because, again, man, listen. And again, if you're still tuning in live, check in. As always, hit that notification bell wherever you're checking in the Phillies. The Phillies are smarter than they look, right? The Phillies moves are smarter than they look. Do you agree or disagree? We'll continue to touch on that poll. But talking about the Sixers, man, I read the story about Paul George. And first of all, let me just say the last game I watched, I think it finally set in. I said, Paul George is back. If he could stay healthy, because he's creating the isolation. His shot looks smooth. He was D'ing up on the top of the perimeter. I was like, there's the defense that we've always missed. There's the long wingspan. He's in. And then I heard him talk about how the stories of him being washed bothered him. And he put on some muscle, right? He can't. So I tell you, boys, I'd like to hear what you think, because I'm not saying they're going anywhere, but I'm just saying that Paul George, I mean, we're finally seeing, we're never going to see the Paul George at 29 years old. However, we are seeing the version of Paul George, I think, that we've really wanted, to set silky smooth style player. What do you guys think?
Go ahead, Tommy. It's you.
Oh, it's all me. All right. Yeah, I mean, listen, I think I said it last year. I think if he's healthy, they're gonna be way better than they were. I think he saw a lot. Well, we didn't have Max last year either, right? After that period, but when they played together last year, you sort of saw it. Got a veteran be able to get an ISO in where a lot of guys you might play with can't ISO game late in games, so he gives you that threat and that ability. Rebounds at a high level, and defends at a high level when he's healthy. So all those things are great, and I think the small sample size this year, he's been fantastic. One shot I don't like, I forget what game it ended, but I didn't like that shot. But either way, if it goes in, I love it.
Hindsight 2020.
Yeah, and I don't know if hindsight 2020 on this shot, because it was that I just didn't like it. Like when you're fading away from the corner, try to end the game like that. That's not a good shot. You could have got a better three, right? First off, so that's just, to me, that's a lazy look at me. Let me bury this for Twitter. You know what I mean? Let me bury this
for podcast P shot.
Yeah, it's a podcast P shot. I don't bury this for Twitter. But listen, I think they're good, man. I've watched a ton of games. It's going to stink here in the next couple weeks. Being winter stuff, winter practice to get going, right?
Yeah.
So not gonna be able to watch like I have. But man, we watched a ton of games so far, and they're good when they all play together. They are. So it'd be exciting if they can. And I think he's back if he's healthy, but I don't think he ever went anywhere. I think his health took him somewhere.
I disagree with that. I disagree, but I think that his mind.
I just think he was in a place where he was playing with Kawhi and James Harden. I mean, that's tough. I'd probably be the NP too. You know what I mean? So, like, why am I going to get the ball that much? He's going to pound it in the ground. I'm going to get it with 7 seconds left. I'm going to have to go jack a shot. Think about it. So, yeah, your game's not going to be as good when you're playing in that type of environment. But when you're playing in an environment where I think is really unselfish, is where he can flourish. So I don't think the game went away. The game was here last year. It's just we didn't see it long because he got hurt. But I'm telling you, the defense was here, all those things. Now you say people, he's mad, people talking shit, all that. Love that. Put on, he looks bigger. Now you say it. So
it said went up to 235. I mean, I think this is Greg, I think this is a win for the Phillies fan base, for the Philadelphia fan base, because I think he came here. I mean, Tom, a great point with Kawhi and Harden. I think he came here with a lackadaisical attitude, and I think he was like, I'm getting a big payday. I'm good to roll. And then I think the Philly fan, and he didn't realize how harsh it was to play here. I think it got to him a little bit. I don't think that. Right? I do. I think it got to him.
Two things. That and the leader of the basketball team. It's two things.
Tyrese.
It's him and Tyrese. Max ain't walking around not a max money player. I mean, you can go to my timeline right now on Facebook. And there's a great Carson Wentz rant up there, right? That I truly believe in, where guys follow leaders. If you got a ton of money and right, guys are gonna follow what you do, right? So when you talk about a guy like Tyrese Maxey, how he goes by his business, you're coming into his team. He's been here longer than you have, right? He's a max money player too. So now you just don't walk in, even though you're a veteran. They love each other, right? They don't have an issue at all. But you get what I'm saying.
100%.
But it's a culture. It's a culture built. If my best player, my hardest worker, we are on to something. We are on to something. Because now older guys, look, you hear them talk about them. You hear Paul George and Joel Embiid talk about that guy, Tyrese Maxey, all the time.
Yep.
Like Joel can't say it enough how he feels bad when he's not out there for him, or when he is out there and he can't play, isn't playing his best. And you heard Paul George say, his kids carried us. I feel bad I'm not out there helping them. So they know. Where do you see this? Where do you see in the NBA that we know? Where the hell do you see two guys that are max money faces of franchise type guys in their career say, that's his team. We got to help him out. Think about that. You don't hear that stuff a lot.
I like it.
You don't hear that a lot. It says a lot about the kid because he's not that type of kid.
I keep forgetting he's a max player. I do.
Yeah,
I keep forgetting he's a max player.
And I say that because I'm 43. Like, you know what I mean? When I call him a kid, he's
a man.
Good kid. Right? I'm a man. I'm 40.
I'm 40. I'm a man.
He's a good kid. So when you're a good kid, and you're genuine and right, you know what I mean, and you're raised right, and the money and that stuff didn't change you and think you made it. Guys see that.
True.
Now other guys are inclined to work the hell harder. This isn't hard, especially the NBA level, man. You know what I mean? Especially in the NBA where you don't have that all the time. I mean, even Halliburton seemed to change the cultures because he's a good guy, hard worker, right? And I think, and I'm not comparing the two. I'm just making a point. I went to the finals. Even Jalen Brunson, right? Grinder, hard worker, all that kind of stuff. Took the Knicks to a different place immediately. So, in terms of who they are. So, and I think you get the same thing here, just a younger player. So I could go on all day about.
I love it. I love it. What do you think, Greg?
No, yeah, I think that second part. I really don't, but but I think that second part though is so huge. What you talked about, Tommy, is those veteran leaders realizing that their time is past, right? And not that their full time is past, but their star level, their leader type time is past. When you have a guy like Tyrese that is taking over, whether he wanted to or not, right? Last year was such a strange year for Tyrese, and we saw it with his up and down play, right? He struggled at times, and then at the end of the year, he got hurt. But if we remember going into that, we didn't know each game who was even playing, but we did know Zero was taking the floor, right? And there's games where he had help. There was games where he didn't have help, and because of that, he struggled a bit. And there was people in the area and media thinking, is Tyrese still the guy? But he's proved this year that not only is he the guy, he is now the number one guy.
Yeah,
in this team. And I think, like Tommy said, when you hear Joel and you hear Paul take ownership and be like, I feel bad for him. Like we're letting him down. That's when I think the Sixers are the best, because if, like you said, if they're all playing and they're all healthy, they're a really good team. What that final ending spot is, who knows? I mean, we all know where it ends, right? But if they're healthy at the end of the year, we could go on a run.
Well, it's as simple as this: where they end. Can Tyrese Maxey win you a series?
Yeah. Oh, yes, absolutely.
When you have a guy, and that goes for a lot of teams, right? Not just but when you have a guy who can win you a series, things can happen in the postseason. Last year was just like injured. I think he only played like 35 games.
Yeah,
unless he played more than that. I could have swore he sort of got shut down early or halfway through, maybe. But either way, he's gotten better every year.
Yeah,
but I think that's like the special thing about him is, he's 25. He keeps getting better. He looks even better this year than he was, even last year.
He bought in, man.
We're starting to get these guys back, and I think VJ's a special player. So I just think there's good vibes going on here, man. And that's why I told you guys from the jump street, I have different vibes with this shit. You know, don't be going in negative about the old cats. Yes. Going positive about the young doggies, young little puppies. Going positive about the puppies. They're cute. You know what I mean? They're jumping around a lot. Get your licks in. You know what I mean?
Get your licks in.
Hey, get your puppy smells in.
One lick, everybody knows the rule.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of licks, bro, can we talk about the GOAT of GOATs right now, Cooper DeJean? Can we talk about speaking of licks, bro? the Nikki Bella situation, bro. He's pulling Nikki Bella. Tom, you know Nikki Bella? You probably don't know Nikki Bella.
No, I do.
Oh, okay. All right. No, you look very, very uninterested. I'm like excited.
I've never been more extremely uninterested in something than maybe in my entire sports history. Yeah, I mean, I can't even make it up. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like it might be the most disinterested thing I've ever heard. Not from you. You know what I mean? I heard this earlier today. And I was extremely
I'm totally interested.
Yeah, like I don't care that you're I don't care you're banging
Nikki Bella's on my hall pass list.
Yeah, that's fine. And I don't care that you're banging.
I have to be. I'm very invested.
He's an all Pat's list.
Yeah, I'm invested now. Legitimately.
Great movie.
I was texting my wife and my daughter, but like, look at this. Like, I'm super jealous because they know Nikki Bella's on my hall pass list.
That's awesome. That's incredible. That's incredible.
I can't. And I got my daughter's 25. She's mad because she's a Cooper DeJean, a hall pass list girl, right? And she's mad because she's like, how's she go for such an older woman? What does she want with him? Like, all hating. Poor Nikki getting hated on, man. Like, I don't get it.
Just a goat just getting hated on.
I love it. Yeah.
But Tommy said it did get brought up in our group chat, Toad, and one of the comments that had me dying is Cooper DeJean and John Cena are now Eskimo brothers. Like, that's the greatest thing to come out of this.
I love it, dude. I love it. I listen, I think it's great for the kid. I mean, just from a looking culture. I'm just saying, I think it's great.
You get a little culture, grow up a little bit. You know what I mean? All right, I see where your head's.
You know what I mean? Like,
keep him. It go two ways for him.
Yeah,
right. It go two ways. He can screw his ass up. We don't need that.
No, we definitely don't need that.
Definitely don't need that.
Why do you think Tom Ramone is extremely disinterested in this?
I'm curious.
I think when you start dating people maybe more famous than you run into some problems. That's all. Just my opinion.
Yeah, I get you.
You could. Not here to guarantee.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. She's good, man. She got the, you know what I mean? She's got the wine company, right? So he's going to be popping bottles, no issue. You know what I mean? So he's set. I wonder what Coop's mom thinks about it, though. You know, mom's a different vibe,
and especially those Midwest moms too.
Oh, she's
those Midwest moms are a little bit more on the uppity up. You know what I mean?
She's got baggage. You know what I mean?
She does.
She's got baggage. So,
oh my goodness gracious,
we shall. I'm just saying.
I mean, this isn't good. You know
come on, man.
I picture Coop being Stifler in the American Pies. Move.
He definitely gives me Stifler vibes, bro. I gotta watch how I say that, Stifler vibes. But
Stiffy vibes.
Stiffy vibes
on this show, man. Always like a slippery slope when we're talking about R. Kelly and P. Diddy.
Yeah. Once a week we mention always R. Kelly and P. Diddy.
Yeah.
And then if you like their songs, are you a creep? You know what I mean? Like, you get baby oiled up at night. Like, you can't. Can you play it in the car? Like, your buddy, you got a Diddy song. You're like, oh, this one bumps. Does it?
But
this is a banger. Really?
Like, yo, what are you talking about, man? Like, you got to be careful with that. Oh, boy, Joe checking in. Good. He says Phillies are stuck loyalty and content to make the playoffs, but by no means enough to advance. Probably outbid themselves for Real Muto, who should be happy with the offer he got.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I think they just backed themselves in the corner of Real Muto. What are they going to do?
This is even bigger than Real Muto, man. There ain't nobody out there. The thing, Joe, you're spot on, right? But you're spot on with content. That's the key word you used here is content. Yep. John Middleton lied to our faces. You understand what I'm saying? John Middleton lied to everybody in this fan base. So go smoke another cigar and go lie to somebody else because stupid money was never done.
Yep.
Semi-stupid. They didn't match Dodgers payroll. So until you beat somebody else's payroll out, you haven't spent the stupid shit. You went, hey, semi-stupid. I'll stand by this. I don't dislike John Middleton. He's done a lot for this franchise. I'm not here to burn him down in any way. But what I'm saying is, don't tell me one thing and you never lead the MLB in payroll. So until you do that, nothing's been stupid. Maybe the Harper contract's the only stupid thing you did.
Nah, see, I
no. You want to get into this? Manny Machado's a better player. He's a better player today, and the longevity will be longer. You can write it down somewhere. The longevity will be longer. He could be a dirtbag too. You should sign both of them. That's stupid money.
That's the one. You should have signed both of them.
You should have signed both of them. Tony,
and you go this all season, you should have signed Alonso too.
You have to remember.
He is, but look what he did behind Soto. Imagine him behind Harper and
hey, weirdo.
Hey.
See, I feel like he's a 9-1 homer guy. I feel like he's a 9-1 homer guy.
And he might be. Yeah, you're right. He might be if we watched him every night.
I could be wrong.
But I feel like you go Turner, Schwarber, Harper, Alonso.
It's fun.
That's pretty fun.
It's a good time.
In our ballpark.
Well, so is Garcia there.
I just can't see Garcia in the 4-hole right now.
We're just talking.
I hear you. But I hear you. He potentially could be that.
Yeah, like I'm not here to tell you he's a 4-hole hitter tomorrow. I still think you have to do something else.
Yeah.
Right. Or listen, if Alec Boehm's the guy that you can rekindle a relationship with, that's the guy that I'm not ready to run out of town. I know everybody else in this fan base is, but that production just doesn't grow either.
Because of where he's at, Tom. It's because of where he's at. I think you'll agree with this. If Alec Boehm wasn't projected to be your cleanup hitter, I don't think people would have the ill will towards Alec Boehm.
No.
Because I
he's
like
always been a good hitter. He's not a 4-hole hitter.
But he's not a 4-hole. But the problem is the Phillies are forcing him to that 4-hole.
Yeah. Rob Thompson and his whole analytical department should punch themselves square in the dick for this kind of move. And excuse my language. That's what should happen. It's ridiculous. I mean, the guy's been a professional hitter all throughout his career. We talk about Wichita State and all the way up. So people want to do this with me. We can do it all day. The guy's built for 7. He's built for maybe a 2-hole because he hits behind runners really well. I mean, just watch the game, guys. You can bring all the spreadsheets out and everything else you want to bring out to me. And I want to watch how a guy hits and tell you if it's a professional hitter. Okay? Doesn't strike out a ton. They're the guys that are like the contact guys that you need.
Yep.
That's why I don't understand why everyone wants to run him out because he's not going to hit 35 homers because he's a big guy. So what? He's got so much better defensively. Okay. He's a good hitter. Now, if you put Garcia in the 4 and maybe Boehm can get down into like the 6 or even the 5, it's a lot less pressure. I'm not ready to move on from him. I don't know why we're not talking about a 2 or 3 year deal. Extend him. He's young enough. I don't know why. He's a good teammate. There's never been teammate issues. There's never been any of that kind of stuff. I understand the Nicky moving on. That's over with. That relationship is severed. This one I don't believe should have been severed. I just don't, unless you got a bigger move to be made.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I'm like, guys, you don't have a bigger move. If you're going to sell me on that Kemp, smack yourself in the face. Like, what are we doing? All right.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I want to get you a little, I don't want to get you fired up, but I just want to go back a little bit because I totally disagree with you with the stupid money thing. Because hear me out for a second. I think it's because you can't look at stupid money now as opposed to what stupid money was when they signed Bryce Harper. Because when they did sign Bryce Harper, that was stupid money, right? At that time, that was, compared to whatever the Phillies have ever done, that was stupid money, right? So you can't look 4 or 5 years later and be like, oh, well, he's still not. The Dodgers didn't spend like that back then. They didn't. So right now, it's hard for you to say that he was wrong. No, maybe he misspoke. He didn't realize what stupid money was going to be 3-4 years later down the road or 5 years, whatever the hell it is. But back then, he did spend stupid money. The problem is, we can talk about this all day long. The problem is guys just didn't freaking produce, right? They just went cold at the worst possible times.
And it stopped. That I think is the biggest thing is, yes, you did spend it at one time. Right, you spent it on Harper, you spent it on Turner, you spent it on Schwarber the first time, you spent it on Nicky the first time, but it stopped. Right, stupid money is it doesn't stop; it continues. That's what the Dodgers are doing. I mean, the Dodgers are being linked to Scooble. Like, how stupid is that? And they're linked on everybody just because they know that they have the
They
money.
don't care. They
don't care.
They'd rather win world championships every year and make more money off of that and pay the luxury tax and say, you can kiss my ass.
And I agree with you. And I agree with you. They did at one point spend stupid money, but it feels like we talked about earlier, that luxury, whether it's that luxury tax or whether the cigars aren't selling as well, that well is drying up because there's no stupid money. There was opportunities out there for stupid money this all season. There's opportunities out there, and it's not there, right? Bregman is stupid money because of what you're going to have to pay because of what he declined in $40 million in Boston, right? That's stupid money. Tucker's stupid money. Bellinger, stupid money. Alonso, stupid money. Like, you're signing all those with JT and with Kyle Schwarber. Now we're talking. But as it stands right now, outside of a Cuban Nick Castellanos, we're just running it back.
Well, listen, I don't agree with running it back at all. I didn't want to sign Schwarber. But for us to sit here and pretend that the Dodgers didn't defer almost the entire contract of Shohei Ohtani, right? That we're
so play that game.
But maybe they don't have nobody to play with. Like, if we're out there spending stupid money, you want to bring in all these cats that are way overpriced and overvalued and put them in here, and then we still don't friggin' win. We'll be pissed off and bitching that we spent money on the wrong friggin' guys. And then we'll be mad that we spent all the money, we traded the foreign system away, and we got nothing. Like, we're never friggin' happy.
100%. You're spot on there.
The blame where it's at. The blame is these guys didn't fucking produce.
Well, Tommy, mute it.
Tony, hell yeah. Don't think what I'm saying is deflecting from some of these losers. Don't think that's what I'm saying.
No, I'm
you
just
know what I mean? Like, I'm right on board with you. No, these guys got to win. I mean, and that's where they're at, and I get it, but that doesn't mean you can't go spend another $30 million a year on a player. Don't give me that.
I don't disagree with that.
Don't give me that.
I don't disagree with that.
And that's where it upsets me with him because he's always been mostly in. That's probably the better phrasing. Mostly in. That's how I looked at the Philadelphia Phillies. They're mostly in. They're pretty much in. Like, it's never that I feel like, yo, they just threw their whole you know what on the table.
Yeah, they just put
And all I'm saying is, I'm not saying money wins either. I'm not saying you got to spend it all to win too. You need to develop a farm system. You need enough guys coming out of your farm system that can be a part of your team, so you ain't spending on everything. And that's been part of their problem too.
And to your point,
you know,
that's Park every night.
Mm-hmm.
Right? To your point, Tom, Sisselback Park. It's Wednesday in May. It's packed.
It's packed.
It's bumping.
So it's not like
I'll be there. You know what I mean? We'll be down there.
It's packed.
And it's like, we're going to spend the money. We're going to go down there. And I'm not asking for a lot. I'm literally telling you, go trade the number 5 prospect, the number 15, the number 25, the number 35, the number 50, and go trade him for Ketel Marte because they'll do the deal. Like, they'll do the deal. Like, goodness gracious, just go get it done. Like, I'm at that point. Figure it out.
I want Marte big time.
Here's a nugget about Marte too: is he gets his 10-5 service like first week of the year. So first week of the year, he gets the ability to veto every trade.
Yeah.
So if they are truly trying to move him, if that is truly part of their off season, it's going to happen in the off season because they're not going to go into the year letting him get that 10-5 and allowing him to veto everything.
Yeah, I would love some Ketel Marte, man. That changes the whole dynamic of the offense.
Your idea last week, Tommy, of just revamping the whole infield was awesome. I was so on board, and like I'm not a huge, again, when it first came out, I wasn't a huge go trade for him, but now at this point, you had nothing else to do. You know what I mean? And it had nothing to do with him. It was just, again, adding another plus 30 guy who's owed $100 million to this payroll. Like, what are we doing with ourselves? But hearing a bunch of you guys and a bunch of guys on our Wednesday, and especially then watching the Phillies kind of flounder here with some impact, then now you're like, well, there's nothing else to do. Like, you got to go get it. Switch hitter in the top of your lineup and behind Turner in front of Schwarber.
and you go move Stott.
Or even if you put him at second base, in that scenario, I'd hate getting rid of Stott because I think he's the better hitter out of all of them.
But maybe I don't get rid of him. That's where we maybe put Stott at short. We put Turner at third.
Right. Well, that was your scenario last week. Yeah.
Or maybe Stott's out and Bohm's kept, right? Because you don't have to do moving and shaking there. I mean, that's up to them to figure out. I mean, at this point, you probably keep Stott and have him play short, move Turner to third. You get that corner production too. You take a little wear and tear off of him, maybe.
Yeah.
Playing shortstop. And you give him a whole spring training to go work on. Are we trying to win, or guys, or some things are bigger than us.
Exactly.
And I think maybe you move Bryson back to his regular position, essentially, a position that he was a shortstop, correct?
We did go to World Series with him in the shortstop hole.
Yes, sir.
So, to me, he hit better there. I don't know why. Some guys just hit better in certain positions.
Well, they were comfortable.
Yeah, and he's not comfortable with second now, because I'm sure he is. But you guys get what I'm saying. I will just mix things up, because you can change. You can change what you have too, just to feel different going into the year. That there's changes being made, and we did different things, and we're experimenting.
Yeah.
Man, Vegas says, "What would you trade for Paul Skeens?"
Everything.
Yeah.
I might even trade everything for 1 year of Scooble, and then potentially let him walk. We discussed this last night. Like the hypothetical Scooble deal, you may be able to keep Aiden Miller because Detroit is so loaded up the middle. Like the number one prospect in baseball is Kevin McGonigal, and he's a Detroit Tigers shortstop, right? So you may be able to keep Aiden Miller out of that and still potentially, hypothetically, trade for Scooby Snacks.
Scooby Snacks. Would you imagine that rotation? Damn. That's a championship rotation, man, for sure.
Scooby, Wheeler.
Oh,
Sanchez drops to your 3.
Oh my God, it's sick. It's sick, man. It's sick. Oh man, boys, this has been good, man. Yo, real fast before we get out of here, put you guys on the spot because it's a holiday time, right? So Christmas is next week, and we're all thankful for shit. We're all, put our little 5-year-old suit on and, under the tree. If I ask you, I'll ask you first, Greg. If Santa could give you a championship, Santa could give you a championship on only one team in Philadelphia, who's it going to be?
It's going to sound strange. I want to see a Flyers championship. I want to see the Stanley Cup.
I dig it. And is that because it's been that long?
It's been that long. I love watching hockey. Like, I'm so much more of a hockey than an NBA guy. Okay. I watch whatever random late game is on TNT or whatever, right? Like where like a bunch of other guys are watching that late game on basketball, right? I'm watching the hockey, right? Yeah, I got the ESPN Plus Quadplex.
Oh, I love it.
Quad screen hockey. So I want to see the Flyers. I want to see a championship. Obviously, we've seen the Phillies. We've seen 2 Eagles. Those are great ones, but to me, the one that's been the longest is the Flyers.
I dig it. What do you say, Tom?
Yeah, it's a great one. I can't disagree. I'll go Sixers because I never saw one.
That's true.
Right. Never saw one. Would love to see one. I think there's something about making the NBA finals still to this day that's special. Yeah. Just like making the Stanley Cup finals. There's something special about it. Same goes for the World Series. We know this is Super Bowl, but we've had those experiences. We haven't had the other two. If Santa wanted to be really kind, he would just, why don't you give us both? You know what I mean? Babe, while you're here.
Hey, Santa, little stupid money, bud. Little stupid money.
Stupid money, man. That's semi-stupid.
We gotta be greedy, Santa. Come on.
I like it. I like it. I see it. I can dig it. I mean,
Flyers are trending.
Yeah, they are playing well.
I'll get a little. I'll say you. I was gonna say Union to mess with you guys, but
don't you start.
Nah. I will. I'm gonna take the easy route, and I firmly believe this is for me. It would 100% be the Phillies.
Tommy dropped out with the Union.
He's like, I'm out. Here's the thing, man. I need the Phillies, and I know we won in 08. I get it, but I'll get a little sentimental real fast. But when the Phillies went to the World Series against Houston, that San Diego series, you have moments in your life. And I was on a family vacation with my parents and my in-laws and my kids and my wife, and we sat around and just happened to fall on that San Diego series. I mean, we were high-fiving each other. We were so hyped. And I was like, dude, I just want that moment. Because I was so invested in the Harper, in the Schwarber, in the JT, and I'm like, I need to see, because I just know how big that would be for my family personally and how excited we would be. And I just think it's unfinished business. I don't want to be sitting here 20 years from now telling my kids, or, I'll probably be dead in 20 years, but I don't want my kids, as I say, you know what? Harper never would be able to win, man. That was a great team, but they never won. And I just think that Harper's given so much, and now he's catching some strays now because we haven't won. But I just think that he's given so much. It just would suck if we could not win with this core, man. For me, Santa needs to give me a Phillies World Series for sure.
I don't disagree with that one either. I mean, they've been knocking on the doorstep.
Yep.
They knocked on the doorstep, couldn't get over it. I'm not going to sit here and say Harper is given so much, but he's given a lot.
I always got to add something in there. Always got to add something in there.
You just can't give the credit.
He's got to slip it in. You know what I mean?
He's
got to slip it in like two.
He's asked for extension 2 yeyears ago.
He never formally asked.
Probably because he knew his play was going downhill.
Probably.
That was agent talk. I'm not putting that on Hart.
Probably.
I'm not putting that on Hart. Not at all.
Made a smoothie and sent an email.
He is Instagram. He is TikTok famous now. Holy shit.
I said that later. I'm enough. I've seen enough Bryce Harper with the new mustache on TikTok cooking. Like, what is that, by the way? Like, is that
how many comments on TikTok say, "Are you in the cage?"
Yeah.
I can imagine the amount of people just like acting a guy can't have a life. You know what I mean? I'm not posting board Bryce Harper. You know what I mean? I'm not. I crush him. But that being said, you know what I mean? Like, guys are allowed to have lives outside of the
No, they're not. They're not. Not at all. Not at all. Can't do nothing.
I love those comments.
Oh, yeah, they're the best.
Meanwhile, the guy's probably been up since 4, been in the cage since 5.
Yeah,
meanwhile, I'm rolling out of bed at 10 o'clock to go to work.
Yeah, being like, oh, did you hit today?
Yeah, did you hit today, Bryce?
And the guy's making a smoothie at 7 a.m. Yeah, I'm going to get there after the smoothie, guys. That's why, like, God won't allow certain things, right? Like, he would never allow me to, like, play a professional sport. Like, in today's world of, like, social media, because I would be the guy saying, like, you know what I mean? I would be the guy commenting back. You know?
Oh, you would be Jeff Castellanos.
Oh, no, I wouldn't be Jets because I'd be me.
I know what I'm saying. Like, you would, like, I love how she's burying people, especially the media.
Yeah.
I love when the media, and she wants to throw it right back. Who she was, I bumped into the thread and got blocked today because I was going back with her on what the hell is the guy's at John Stalinos or Stellanos?
Yeah, he posted something.
Yeah, and then I got in there and then next thing you know, I'm blocked. But come on, dog. Really? Like that's what our media is in the town now. You know, you can't say no. Everybody catching feelings now. I don't get it. Yeah. You know, I don't get it. All right, boys.
Yeah, great stuff.
Great stuff, man. Everybody checking in, man. As always, we appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe, like we do always. I don't know about you, Tom, but you know, no unfiltered Philly for me next week because I'm gonna be celebrating Christmas. So I know you'll be celebrating Christmas, Greg. I know you'll be celebrating Christmas.
Yeah,
I see the stockings behind you.
Definitely.
They're filled with hockey pucks and
definitely gonna wait up for Santa.
Yeah.
We might do an 8-2D Wednesday night and roll over to midnight just so we can try and catch Santa.
Yeah, we got to do the NORAD. Put the NORAD.
Do the NORAD tracker.
Yeah, bro. I know Tom will be tracking.
I'm in.
I used to do that, man. I had that set up in every room. Where's Santa at now?
I'm gonna try to get my stuff done Tuesday night. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, there you go.
I'm not a rapper.
Oh, me neither.
I am not good at it. Just give me like a bunch of bags and tissue paper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the certain
Just
thing I
shove the tissue paper in there.
I'm just
Fluff it
Amazon
up,
box. Here you go.
Yeah, then I'll fluff it up. You know what I mean? You fluff the toilet paper up.
Oh, that's where I missed the malls. Back in the day, I used to go shopping and they had the people lined up. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially the department stores.
Oh,
Boscov's.
yes.
I miss Boscov's.
Oh, yeah, you curled the bows, man. I was like,
Yeah, the bows.
yeah, man, absolutely. Hell
JC
yeah.
Penney's.
Oh, yeah. They're just thinking of the past now. My God. There's only a couple balls. Only a couple malls left by me. I don't know. You got Jersey, boy. Are you, Ty? You're Jersey, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got any popping malls in Jersey left? The Cherry Hill Mall, I guess, still.
It's still there. Yeah.
Cherry Hill and Morristown are still there. I don't know that popping would.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I can't believe it. Quick before we get out of here, I went to on Black Friday weekend. It's actually me and my wife's wedding anniversary weekend, so we always go away every year. And I go to Lancaster, and we were in Lancaster, and I went to a mall called Park City Mall. I'll tell you what, it was like went back 20 years. I couldn't park. I got in there, like you were like, I was like, holy shit!
Where these people come from?
It was,
horse and buggy. I think it's gonna be a horse and buggy. Like
no, the Amish. That's past Amish. I stay in Amish country, the horse and buggies, but we went a little past. We went to the urban area. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then it had a big inside wall.
Been up there a lot.
Yeah, it's our spot, man.
I love.
It's a great spot. I got family up in that area. It's a great spot.
Yeah. Oh, we love it. We love it, man. It's like a great weekend, chilling with the Amish. We did I'll tell you, man. We did an Amish tour, and we sat in a living room with Ike and Sarah. I remember it was their house. No, no TV. Sarah was there with the crooked toes, the hairy legs, or whatever. And we were, it was rough. Like I had to keep looking, like just look eye to eye, right? But they did but
don't look at the toe. Don't look at the toe.
They were like the wicked hammer toes, bro. But
Sarah, need a razor?
What's that? Oh, she needed a lot. Nice lady though, right? But it was pretty interesting the way they just would sit around and Sarah take
shots.
Yeah, shots hard and say, I'm poor Sarah, but yeah, I was like, I gotta get out of here. Man.
We know she's definitely not listening.
No. Yeah, highly doubt it. Yo, real fast. We're gonna be now we speak about that because it popped my mind. I said to my wife, now they're not supposed to have electricity, right? They're not supposed to be techno savvy and all this shit. They have why do they have the quickest credit card machines ever? They're not supposed to, but you give them their card like set done. I'm like, holy shit. Like I'm usually wait, process, approve, receipt. Nah, man, they're like ding, bing, done. And I was like, they like perfected technology, but they can't have any.
But they can't have
it. Weirdest thing in the world, man.
Yeah,
weirdest thing in the world. Oh yeah, what a way to end the show. Yeah, man. As always, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Greg, thanks for hopping on.
Yeah,
brother.
Absolutely, guys.
Good time. Tom went under the weather. Still got the grog in this game. He still got a little stupid money vibes tonight. What's
Jordan flu game?
I got fight in me.
Jordan flu game.
I got fight in me over here.
No flu game. We got it. we got it. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Maybe like, subscribe. Make sure you catch all the content as well, man. I keep saying, man, popping off. A lot of great shows as always. Make sure you catch the boys on Sunday night. Popping off. I'm sure we'll have some, or they'll have some Eagles talk going with that. Watch the game on Saturday. Everybody, I know you won't see me, but have a Merry Christmas, boys. Have a Merry Christmas. And we'll catch you back here next time.
You too, Tom. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.